right, guys. By the time y'all see this, I should have my boat. But this is Taylor, one of the owners of Jones Marine Electronics there in Texarkana, and I just wanted to go fishing, and it's Good Friday, and he wanted to go fishing too, and so we kind of wanted to go to Caddo, but apparently Caddo's pretty blown out. Patman's rising real fast, so we wound up over here on the Pines, and it was pretty dirty, pretty blown out as well. But we've been in the boat a couple times together on doing riggings when they've rigged my boat. We've never actually got to fish together, and I got to tell you, I really enjoyed, and I'm going to point out some stuff today that Taylor does differently than I do, and you're going to also notice he has really incredible technique. Just watch him. He's going to fish a frog all day, and watch him how effortlessly he flips a frog and puts it in some pretty impressive places. And I fished with a lot of really good frog fishermen, but started out today, he's throwing a frog, and I picked up a big old Spro swim bait here and caught a couple real quick. Well, let's go to the fish catch, and I'll come back and tell you a little bit more about our day.
Amazing how small the fish would eat that big a bait, you know?
They sure do make a pretty sound.
Oh yeah, look at, he got it crossways in the mouth too. But give me that swim bait, baby. Whoop. Whoop. Nice chunk to start the day. He was on one of them little stobs out there.
Yep. That's one of the pits, you know.
Man, he's got the sharpest teeth you've ever felt.
We keep them groomed up nice in the pit.
What's this guy? You say this one's Bob?
Yeah, it's fine.
Bob the 2-pounder. Thanks, Bob.
Part of the fun of fishing with Taylor is, you know, because of the work they do there at Jones Marine Electronics, they know a lot of professional fishermen. And I posed a question to him, and I wish the audio was better, but I said, do you think there's a 50, 60, year old pro out there that's going to really embrace live scope as opposed to griping about it and get good with it and be really competitive with it? And they actually rigged the NBT system on Clunn's boat and got to spend a day actually here at Pines with him. And he said he thinks he will. He said he was so in tune to, everything. He's so interested in it. He wants to be competitive. He wants to learn it. And that's a guy who pretty much everything he's ever set his mind to do in the fishing industry in the past, he's done it. So I'll be real curious to see how Rick does over the next year or so, learning and becoming competitive with live scope.
Trying to teach a new dog new tricks.
No dog, new tricks with the big swim bait. That's about 5 minutes later at the most.
If that, yeah.
And I missed another one
with a boil in between.
and had a bowl in between. Book.
I guess that's what a good guy's supposed to do. He's not supposed to catch.
No, you got me on them. I appreciate it. I'm just glad I'm not staring at the back of a guy staring at a live scope.
I really feel like if we could have stayed with this watercolor, I really could have done some damage today with the swim bait, but this was really the only little patch. It was either this, really muddy, or really clear. But I want you to pay attention here. Two things. Number one, watch Taylor. He can throw that frog under stuff, left-handed and right-handed and underhanded, which is difficult to do. By the way, great to fish with a frog guy who can throw left-handed, because I can't at all, which I was supposed to throw a frog. But the other thing I thought was interesting is how short he'll pitch that frog a lot of times. And he got a lot of bites.
I didn't say give me some frog.
That was where he was supposed to.
Yep. Long skinny.
Yeah, he ain't got an ounce of meat on him. He looks about like Mitch does.
He's a sex machine. Man, I've been busy up there.
He don't even look like he's all pretty. He's been laying in that bed of grass right there. That's all he's done for the last week.
Waiting on a frog to walk by.
I showed up with rods and camera bags, no baits. And I knew these guys, especially those guys right around Texarkana, they're real big on throwing the Strike King hack attack pad perch. And they figured out that they can trim that perch up a certain way. Now, you're going to see here the popping perch, but he's throwing the pad perch because I knew I was fishing behind him. And they trim up the tail where they can make it stay in place really well and walk it without covering much ground, so really keep it in the strike zone. And so I asked Taylor to show me how to do that, and here you go. Different way to trim Strike King perch. Do it.
Don't pull off outsides, and then it's already kind of got that V shape. You just want to kind of keep that a little bit. We're just going to take these outsides off just to, we ain't worried about color around here. Just kind of want it down kind of like that right there.
But you still want the V shape to it.
Yep, it just helps it walk just a little bit, but you want them fairly short like that.
That ought to get him, shouldn't it?
Yep. Okay, to explain what's about to be said about the hooks, we got to back up just before I caught that last fish and show you this quick video. So we got out here today, and Taylor's boat has been...
What's he got? Oh, I lost him.
Lost him. Taylor's boat has been, so he messed up his trailer. He had to put his boat in a guy's pond. And he went this morning to get all his stuff, put it back in the boat early, and he didn't get his hook box because his hook box is in his buddy's boat. So that's the hook I finally found to fish with. Yes, high quality. Somebody please reach out to at Taylor Fishing to get him a hook sponsorship. I kind of ground off enough of the rust on the tip of the eye where hopefully if I break a fish off, you'll know why. It ain't pretty.
See him either. There's one up there.
A little chunky one there.
I'll have to get me a new bait. I think I done chomped this one up too much. Look at here, we knocked all the rust off the hook though.
Yeah, hook's all shiny again. Appreciate that, Ken.
Mm-hmm.
Need that in a couple days.
When you realize you come back out here without your hook box again.
Yeah. Now, the good thing is, where I gotta go to go home, I'm gonna swing the ride.
You're there'll be a hook box in the boat.
Before he makes it back to his home distance.
I wish I knew. Yeah, Chesty is first hand. This is second hand fishing.
Oh, mine, come on. Oh. Did the basketball even go to the NIT? I thought they were going to be pretty good again.
Well, they were supposed to be, but I think everybody just didn't want to play team ball. Nobody wants to play defense. A little bit of it I watched this year.
Got it.
Still skinny. We put up the money for guaranteed $1,000 first place no matter the entries. And we've had right at 30 boats every time, which is good for us.
puppy dog.
Yep.
That feels like a fish. Wait a minute. Whoop. Big and rich. I saw that. Come on off with it. Come on off with it.
A little thicky.
Well,
Not real big.
getting a little better.
I've been caught not too long ago. Ain't learned nothing yet.
Mm-mm. Never hate on a fish for being stupid.
Nope.
He had it was traveling, wasn't he?
Well, I felt him hit it, and I think he dropped it and got on the other side of the root ball and picked it up again. Because there was something weird where I lost contact with him for a good minute there. And that catch you a big old female off of it.
Mm-hmm. That's what I was thinking.
Love a good flipping bite. That's what I was raised on. Cornbread and flipping bites.
Nope. Oh, I was fixing to say that and lock it up.
Guess it fell over in it just right the last word. Ooh, I do have a fish.
Ah! Still on there?
I don't know, I can't feel it. All flipping on either side.
Is there a pro named Matt Stefan or something like that?
Yeah.
I think that's his pro name. If I remember right.
Couldn't catch up to it.
Now we're talking a little better. Oh!
Got a little more length to it. Still ain't no thick. I knew I wasn't gonna have a good hook in that. He come right to me. Fool down there.
She is, ain't she? Let's see what we got here. Yeah, baby. On a wacky worm.
On the big rod.
On the big rod. Look at this. I even got, oh man. I even got a guy to get her for me. Look at that. He ain't got no hooks, but he'll get my fish for me.
She's all spawned out.
Shit.
Got her down in there too.
Let's see if I can see that pop out. Getting old.
Spawned out.
Yeah. She was tugging on my string.
And what feeds it? Salmon?
No, it's Cooper. I think he
Keep right. He knocked the snot out of the donk. Well, boys, that's a wrap from Lake O' the Pines. What do you think?
rough.
Wasn't good.
A lot of water.
Yeah, a lot of water. I mean, we caught a bunch of little fish. We had maybe 2 decent fish,
Yeah.
and both right there at the end of the day.
Yeah.
So
Might have missed, you know, them big ones that got away on the frog. You know, every
Yeah.
one of them's over 5 pounds.
yeah, they all. I think he had a couple 11-pounders on a frog he missed this morning, but it's a fun day. Got to go riding in a Triton, was powered by a Yamaha, and I got to tell you, I was laughing. I made fun of him earlier when they built a bracket for his next big thing. Son, they were not fooling around. That dude is on there. It ain't going nowhere. But, you know, for a guy who owns a shop that makes this stuff, everything on this boat's either NBT or Garmin.
There's a reason.
Yeah.
I like my stuff to work when I get to go.
Right, and I understand it. I mean, that's a great telling fact that you're not sponsored by anybody, you're sponsored by everybody and nobody.
That's right.
And
I
you-
mean, you know, when you're in the industry, you can run whatever you want to run. You
Yeah.
just, I've had 360, I've had Humminbird, it's still sitting at the house. You know, when I need it, I put it on. But 98% of the time, this setup right here stays true for me every day.
And you made a comment about your lithium battery. Your lithium battery set out a long time this year, didn't they?
Yeah, while my boat trailer, wasn't boat, just trailer's fault, but when my trailer gave up on me, it sat outside in a covered boat slip for about 4 months, and then spent 2 months sitting outside tied up to the same dock. And I was really surprised when I went to go get it to load it up with my new trailer. All my lithiums were still on.
And what lithiums you running?
Impulse.
Yeah.
Yep. I run one for electronics, and then I've got 2 parallel on the trolling side, and that's a testament to if you shut your breakers off and you've been charging them correctly, you never have problems.
Yeah, yeah, cool deal. All right, boys, well, the rumor is that they'll be through with my boat this week, so we'll probably be back in Texarkana late next week, and we might get to fish again. We'll just see what the weather looks like. There's so much water out here, gosh, everything. We originally had talked about going to Caddo this morning, and we kind of got waved off of Caddo. Patman's on its way up. We got waved off of Patman, so this was not our first choice, but still got to catch some fish and got to not work on a Good Friday, so that makes a Good Friday a Good Friday. So thanks for tuning in, guys. We'll see y'all probably in the next week, and I got some more classic stuff I'll get up for y'all as well.